Pro Snapp here. Make it snappy. Welcome back. It's the Snapp's birthday weekend. So I've been treating myself to some forbidden treats that I never do. Like chocolate mousse and yesterday, and today I had a sweet pastry, breakfast pastry, and a chocolate covered mango chunks. I've never tried those before. And I also bought some lobster tails that I'm going to cook later. So those are all special treats for the birthday weekend. And I swear to God, when I pulled the phone out to make this video, it was 11:11 on the clock. And this morning when I went out there to go to the grocery store to buy some treats, the pastry, and there was a little tiny white feather on the hood of my truck, and I thought that was kind of auspicious. Some auspicious things, yeah. So I'm sitting here doodling and diddling around with some cards, and I just wanted to bring you a download that I had this morning that I thought was really cool. And the download was that it was about a bullet train. It was about trains in the United States. And the download is that, and I've read, this wasn't entirely a download. I read sometime, I don't know, during the summer, I read that Amtrak is going to have new bullet trains in the lines pretty soon. And they're expanding the lines too. So what I got was a download about, I saw what they're doing, and it's really cool. And right now, if you look at the Amtrak routes, they're mostly east and west. All the big routes go east and west, and they go, you know, like to the main cities. And there's lots of gaps, though, going north and south. So if you live north or south of a main line, you have to take a bus or something to get up to the route to get on a train. And what I saw was building an expansion of a whole bunch of new north to south routes. And specifically, I saw one being built going south from Wyoming through Colorado into New Mexico. So it will link, and I don't know, I didn't see if it went up farther north than Laramie, but I got that Laramie is going to be the first. There'll be a station there that connects up with, you know, some of those front range cities in Colorado, like Greeley, Fort Collins, Boulder. I saw a new station in Boulder that's going to be built on the open space there, you know, because if you take the train from Union Station in Denver up to the mountains, you do go through the Flatirons, and you go kind of right through the Boulder area. So I saw a new station being built in the open space area, like kind of where NIST is there. And I think it's going to have, you know, bus connection to the university if you take the train. So you could take the train from Denver to Boulder pretty soon. And that's something that's always been missing as a commuter line, so that people who live in some of the front range cities can go to Denver on a job, you know. Right, for the longest time, all there's been is buses for that, but there's going to be a train. That's what I saw, and I think that's cool. And so then there's going to be a station in Boulder, and it'll be like a big station, kind of like Union Station in Denver, I think. And then there will be a station in Colorado Springs and Pueblo. There might already be stations in those places, I'm not sure. And then going farther south, I think there'll probably be one in Durango, and then farther south, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and I didn't hear Alamogordo, but who would want to come here anyway? Ways out, but Las Cruces, certainly. And they may already have one, but I saw one in Las Cruces. And it might even go down to Mexico. It might cross the border or go to, I think there's a train station in El Paso already, but I'm not sure. But anyway, that's the download. And in thinking about it, I also got this vibe of a new age of rail travel, like a new golden age of railroad travel. And then all these scenes from old movies, like from the 1940s and 50s, popped into my mind where they have train scenes, like specifically White Christmas. There's some great scenes in that movie. And let's see, I can't think of the name with that famous movie with Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon where they're in drag and Marilyn Monroe's in it. There's some train scenes in that movie. And then I thought about North by Northwest, that great old Hitchcock movie, and the scenes on the train when Cary Grant is flirting with what's her name? Eva Marie Saint. And those scenes are so sexy, man. They're on the train. They're on fire when they're flirting in the train dining car, having a martini or something. So the Snapp's back was a little tweaked out today. I stayed home and I'm watching that movie. I rented it to watch. And so far it's so scary. It is so scary in its own quiet little way. It's funny too, but it's so scary, especially if you're a TI, you know, because it's about a guy that they mistake for a spy or something, and somebody's trying to frame him, and he just keeps walking right into their traps. And I realized that this is why it's scary, because Hitchcock always creeps up on you. It's just so creepy. I realized that there's a lot of similarities to my own life and what I've been going through here. Like mistaken identity, or even identity theft, or people thinking I'm someone I'm not, or, you know, being detained somewhere that you don't want to be, all kinds of stuff like that. Scary. So I decided to turn the pause on in the movie, and I went outside to sit in my chair in the sun. Now, last weekend was the dumpster fire incident. Okay, and that all happened when I was just sitting in my chair too. But today, it was so different. Oh my God. I sat out there in my chair for at least 5 or 10 minutes to intense silence. I don't think I've ever heard it that quiet on my street. You couldn't hear a pin drop. I mean, you could hear a pin drop. It was so quiet out there. And I thought, wow, I don't think I've ever experienced that out here. So I'm sitting there kind of trying to meditate, and I said to myself, okay, downloads please, Holy Spirit. Do you have any downloads for me? I thought. And I heard this little bird up in the tree. There's a tree right there too. This little bird went, beep. There's some weird little bird noise, and right when I said, do you have any downloads for me? And then a second later, another little download. Oh, okay. Look what flipped over. 5 of Wands flipped over. There's some conflict going on, but not out there, not right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just in the movie. I don't know. Maybe it's that I think there's going to be conflict or something. Let's see, what else is behind that? Oh, this also came out. 5 cards, a whole hand of 5 flipped out just now. Okay, 9 of Pentacles came out. So somebody about to get in their bag, as they say, I guess. There might be some conflict about that. There's been some backstabbing over it, certainly. I'm getting somebody going to have to surrender somebody else's bag. It's time to surrender. There's been some conflict about it, which is known. It's known by someone unknown about this bag somebody about to get. Oh, 6 cards came out. Okay. Yeah, someone's been all tied up. Someone's been detained somewhere they didn't want to be. Yeah, I think it's all about this bag. I do. What's the last card here? Evidently there's some real estate involved. We're back at the same story that all these tarot channels I've been looking at have been telling lately. Particularly, there's one in particular that has been telling this story. There's two, three. Actually, there's three other tarot channels that have been telling the same story about somebody about to get in their bag, right? Somebody about to get in their bag, about there's a bunch of conflict about it, and the person who's getting in their bag has actually been trapped somewhere and prevented from hearing or knowing about this bag. They don't even know it's there. But someone knows about it. So maybe there's going to be an end, because this is a 10 of Swords, that's an ending. Maybe there's about to be an end to all this backstabbing that's been done to keep collective from knowing anything about this. Because you see, look at that blindfold. You've been kept in the dark, okay? So it's almost time for a bright new day, I guess. That's the 1111 card, I told you. It's the Snapp's birthday this weekend. Yesterday was 1111. We made it through the portal. Happy birthday to the Snapp. And I told you, I pulled out my phone to make this video right at 1111. So there's a bunch of synchronicities going down too right now. Woo, man, oh man, oh. Okay, well, let's see what else. Oh, man, oh. So while I was sitting there in the sun just now, I was thinking and being tempted to go to the cannabis store because it's my birthday, and I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be kind of fun to like smoke one today? And so then a couple minutes later, too many came out. Right after I was thinking that, this guy comes around the corner from inside the complex with a bag of trash. That's part of their little ritual magic that they do here, is they bring bags of trash past my door and throw it in the dumpster. Because I live right by the dumpster, okay. The young guy comes around the corner with a bag of trash, throws it in there. Well, first he said to me, how's the sunbathing going? And I said, oh, nice day for it, because it is. It's beautiful out there. And he goes, oh, I thought you were a statue. You weren't moving. Then he goes and throws the bag in there, and then he turns to me and he goes, do you smoke? I just turned into a statue. He goes, do you smoke? And I thought, dirty, 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 red flag, and I think, okay, the Emperor card just flipped out. I think that guy got paid to come and throw the trash and ask me that. I think that someone who's in charge, maybe that unknown person who knows something, I don't know, might have paid this guy to do that. I think they're trying to tweak me to go to the cannabis store. And so I came in the house, and okay, 2 of Wands also flipped out. I'm getting, somebody pinged that guy and told him to go do that. Okay, because look, he's got a device in his hand. I always see this as being like a cell phone or some kind of an electronic device that's getting a call or a ping. Yeah, somebody called that kid up and told him to go do that. The Emperor, whoever the boss is of the stalking and harassment crew. There was none on the way to the grocery store, and there was none in the grocery store. And it's a grocery store I don't go to that often because in the past I've been stalked and harassed there a lot. But I go there periodically just to see what'll happen, And there wasn't any. But then I decided to drop by the downtown area where some of the local nonprofits are painting murals on the wall in the alley. I decided I want to go look and see what was going on, so I did. And as I was leaving there, 2 ambulances and 2 huge fire trucks. Happy birthday. I don't know. Was that for me? I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about this movie, North by Northwest. Everybody in the movie is calling him the wrong name, and they all are trying to make out like he's this other guy that he never heard of and stuff. Oh, let's see what something flipped out. Okay. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm getting you're getting it. The light's turning on slowly, but it is turning on. And boy, I heard some tarot reads that really flipped the light switch on for me in the last 24 hours that were just like, I'm realizing I'm somebody I didn't know I was. And sometimes I'd like to go back to my hometown. I think about my old job and stuff, but I realized why I can't last night. John Benet Ramsey, that's why I can't. That's all I can tell you for now. But that's why I can never go back there. That whole stinking mess needs to come out of the closet. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't think it will anytime soon. We got 8 of Wands in reverse. No, but look, there's so many things about it. Okay, there's a lot of things there that are hidden still and buried still. See, is my deck's upside down. All right. Well, what I got was that's at the bottom of a lot of stuff, bad stuff that happened in Boulder. And Boulder is an area of, what's the right word? Boulder's is bad. Boulder's bad. It's just bad in so many ways. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of psychic downloads about Boulder the last 24 hours that I don't really want to have, but they're coming in. They're coming in. Okay. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a psychic, but I think that part of what I learned about myself in the last 24 hours is that I've gone to a new level, and that's probably why I'm stuck here. Somebody don't like that about me. Or do they ever not? You betcha they don't. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah, these covens. These damn covens, and they were all over Boulder. And they were doing stalking and harassment on me like you would not believe. Oh my God. And it goes hand in hand with gang activity and like trafficking. That's gang activity. And organized crime activity. This black magic and witchcraft stuff is part of that. It's part of that whole underworld. And I think the reason why is because it draws people into situations that they can't get out of. Kind of like this movie, North by Northwest with Cary Grant. They mess people up. They get them into situations they can't get out of. Like they'll invite people to parties and get them drunk, right? Or stoned or roofied, stuff like that. And then get them to engage in sexual misconduct of some kind and get video of it. And then then once you're in, you're in. You can't get out then. Okay, I think there was a lot of that kind of stuff going on in Boulder. What else we have here? Yeah, the kind of stuff you have a hard time getting out of. There's this one scene where I just paused the movie where he goes looking for this guy that he thinks is the guy that called him by the wrong name and kidnapped him and stuff. And he's trying to find out who this guy is, and he thinks he works at the United Nations. And he goes over there to the United Nations building, and while he's in there, he finds out the guy that he thought he was going to see wasn't the same guy at all. It was some guy he's never seen before. And while he's in there, there's a gang stalker guy watching all this, who like throws a knife into that guy's back while he's talking to him, and he falls dead while he's talking to him. There's a photographer right there who snaps a picture of him with a knife in his hand like that, because he just pulled it out of the guy's back, but it looks like he just killed him. In other words, he walked right into a setup. Okay? That's what this movie's about. It's really scary. This is why Hitchcock movies are so good. They're really gripping, you know. What else is coming out here? Okay. Yeah, this looks like quite a plan. It's got a lot of parts to it. A lot of seeds have been planted here. Maybe by that guy with that guy that nobody knows who they are, with the lantern, that hermit card. I don't know. A lot of seeds have been planted here. Something is growing, is being nurtured. And I got earlier today another download that I'm being trained here or something. I'm being tested. I'm not going to go to the weed store. I came inside and ask, you know, is it safe to do that? You know, if I go do that, am I going to get some spiked weed? And I got to, let's see. That's a yes. Okay, in the movie, they get Cary Grant to this house that he doesn't even know whose house he's at, and they get him real drunk. Then they put him in a car, and they jump out just before the car is supposed to go off a cliff. Somehow he survives it, but so discernment. Uncover the real reasons. Okay, like I knew that guy that just asked me if I smoke. That was like a prompt. I think they know me well enough to know that I might be thinking about going to the weed store on my birthday, right? Light bulb goes off, right? Maybe that's what that lantern was in the hermit card too. Stay hermit, stay home, don't go out there, don't do that. No, 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 what else? Because there's some back behind the scenes Hitchcockian plans to get you if you do that. If you do that shit you know you're not supposed to do. All right. I think that's about enough. We got 23 minutes on the clock here. That's long enough. My videos have been way too long lately, and I'm just like rambling. I get diarrhea of the mouth. I'm sorry, collective. I saw this button the other day that I thought was so funny. It said, "Sorry, I'm awkward." Sorry. So that's it for today, but isn't that a cool download about the trains, the bullet trains, and the new lines that are coming? And I can't wait. Even though I'm still stuck here broke and everything, one of my bucket list things is to ride trains all over the country. I really want to do that. So happy Veterans Day. Happy 11/11, everybody. And thank you to all those who have served our country. You have my utmost respect.